What would you say if I told you that currently in the market that I'm in right now, 6 out of 10 homes being sold is new construction? That's multiple communities, multiple builders, multiple floor plans, and ever-changing incentive packages that you as the buyer would have to navigate on your own unless you worked with somebody like me to help you figure all that out. Hello everybody, I'm LaRon. I'm your Nashville area real estate agent. That's the Nashville, Tennessee area. That's Nashville, Brentwood, Franklin, and then this community, Fairview, Tennessee. If you kind of take Nashville south, you'll run into all those particular communities and end up in Fairview, where in our small little town, we're building 3,000 homes over the next 5 years. And that is creating a lot of opportunity for buyers such as yourself looking to get into a wonderfully new constructed home like the one I'm standing in today, which we're about to take a very cool, quick tour of, okay? So with 6 out of 10 houses being sold in this community or this town, you're gonna wanna work with somebody who knows the community, who's actually lived and put their kids through the school system, and who has relationships with all of the builders in the area, including a customer being me, who actually bought one of these new construction homes and utilized one of those incentive packages to buy down the interest rate quite significantly so I could afford the payment to get into the house, okay? So what I bring to the table are what I call my 3 pillars. First of all, I've got a construction design, development, remodeling background myself. That's how I got into real estate and therefore got my real estate license. Second of all, I've got a 30-year technology sales career where I negotiated multi-year contracts for very high-end products with some of the biggest brands you're probably familiar with if I ever talked to you about it. And third of all, I'm planted in these communities, so I'm constantly out looking at new developments, talking to the sales reps, which most of them don't actually live in the communities in which they're responsible for selling the houses. And so you're gonna want somebody like me to partner with to be your eyes and ears on the ground when the construction process starts, as well as be somebody that could be at the table to help you negotiate the best possible package for you. We just did this with a family out of Idaho who has 5 kids, 8 and under, and I'm their eyes and ears on the ground as their construction process is beginning here, and I help them sell and get their house on the market in Idaho so they wouldn't have that burden of selling that house to get into this one. And good news, that house just went under contract yesterday as they partnered with one of my colleagues in their market to help get the house ready, get the right marketing done, list at the right price, and get under contract so they can get sold and get down here when their house is completed. So we're in this wonderfully newly constructed house in a development by a builder called Boulevard Builders. They are fantastic builders. I'm a big fan of their finish outs. And we're in a community called Windward Park. This builder is actually gonna compensate my fee to represent you in either acquiring one of these inventory houses, such as the one we're in here today, which actually has some incentive packages tied to it as well, or they're gonna still compensate me should you pick out one of the remaining lots and floor plans and finish outs that you wanna actually get built for yourself. So I represent you 100%, but they're gonna pay my fees so you can actually keep that money towards your house and put it where it really matters, not necessarily compensating me. So let's take a look at this house. It's a 3-bedroom, 3.5 bath house, 2 stories, just over 3,100 square feet, and it's got 10-foot ceilings. And that's pretty cool because I like to have a lot of volume and space in my house. And as you can see right behind me, it's even got some cool design features such as this coffered ceiling in the main living area, but it's also got tankless water heater, quartz countertops, designer light packages, durable engineered floors. So they do a really good job of building out the interior when they finish out their houses in a wonderfully constructed house. And again, they're gonna compensate my fee to represent you should you wanna get into this house. Now, as I said before, this house has a couple of incentive packages. It just had a $30,000 price drop. So it puts the price just under $640,000, again, just over 3,100 square feet. And they are offering a $15,000 incentive if you use their preferred lender for a rate buy down. And if you don't know how that works, price drop versus rate buy down, which one gets you the better monthly payment, I'll sit down and work that process through you. I would never list a house in this market as a listing agent unless I'm encouraging that seller to offer payment assistance with rate buy downs, because Brentwood, Franklin, Fairview all have new construction coming online, and all of those builders offer some type of rate buy down incentive because it lowers the payment more than the house price lowering the payment, okay? And so that's how people are able to afford a payment in these new houses in this market where rates today are still around 7. When I purchased, they were around 8. So my builder gave me a significant cash incentive to get my rate well down below that so that I could get, it's a 30-year lock payment, 30-year lock rate too. I'm not bouncing on those 2-year arms, no way. So let's take a look at this house today. It's a beautiful house. We're gonna walk through and I'll point out all the features as we do that. Okay, here we go, entering the door, front door into the foyer. Again, 10-foot high ceilings throughout the house. You notice the crown molding at the top. It runs throughout the entire downstairs area of this house. We've got this beautiful lighting sequence as we enter the foyer. Off the left, we've got these double doors. These are 8 feet tall, so all the doors in here, because their ceilings are 10 foot, are 8 feet tall doors. We come in what we could consider a office area with this nice type of lighting chandelier here. But this room does have a closet off of it, but they don't count this as one of the 3 bedrooms. So technically it could serve as a bedroom because you do have a closet in it. You got this wonderful light out in the front coming in the natural windows here. We go out this room right across the foyer. We turn left here and we have the half bathroom that I mentioned earlier, nice tile floor, simple toilet. They don't have the mirror in, but we can get that added. A pedestal type sink, and then we turn right, and this is the master. So again, engineered flooring, same as what we came in on the front door. 10-foot tall ceilings. They did caulk these. Isn't that beautiful? With this trim work here on the ceiling. Again, plenty of bright light coming in these windows off the front. Here would be where you'd have a TV mount right here. I don't see a coax or Cat 5, but that could be behind there. I'm not sure. Typically, most of the houses that I see new constructed already have that kind of ran and plated. Then we come off this bedroom, single 8-foot door into this massive ensuite, man. Check it out. So we got a gray colored style cabinet here for the vanity. Again, the quartz countertop, kind of a brushed nickel for the faucets and all the pools. We turn to the right. We have this corner shower, this kind of hexbone tile pattern, bench seat there in a corner, little cutout for all your bottles. And then something I'm a big fan of is the shower door pushes in. So when it does that, it contains all the water inside the shower that comes on this little drip line down here, because man, when that fills up and you swing it out, what's the first thing that water does is run right off onto the floor. So I always like the fact that the shower doors swing in. Again, cornerless, it's just glass on glass here, no metal there. Great soaking tub framed on those windows. Now what they did, and we'll show this when we walk outside, is they put the windows for the house next door higher so that you have privacy and they're not looking down into your private space. Now there's a high window right there. I don't know what that leads into on their house, but I mean, it still makes sense to cover these up with something, but you don't have them directly across, which I think is cool. Toilet room, same tile concept in there. And then we walk in this pretty decent sized master closet. You come in, you're like, oh, that's it. And then all of a sudden you go, right turn, and then we're into here, which is pretty cool. Again, they take the same engineered flooring from the bedroom, bring it into here. Privacy window up there with some natural light. Plenty of storage space, shelving. So really cool space here for your master. Let's walk back out here, go down the foyer some more. It's a pretty long foyer coming in. There's the front door. And now we're gonna go down here. And you know what? Let's go check out the upstairs first. And then we'll come back down and check out the rest of that so we're not coming back. So we'll go up the stairs. Again, got a window at the top here. Nice wall sconces. Take a right, come to the landing. So we had the master bedroom, that was bedroom 1. Right, remember this is a 3-bedroom, 3.5 with that bonus room up front, which I still think could be used as a bedroom if you wanted to. Here is bedroom number 2 officially. All right, carpet on the floor, nice size closet with double wire shelving and hanging, plenty of natural light out that window, plenty of natural light. This is the front of the house. All right, now here is the second bathroom. It's again kind of a cream color on the vanity. Again, brushed nickel on the faucets in the pool. Good sized bathroom. They just did really a fiberglass tub insert there with the paint around the top of that. Nice kind of gray colored tile. This tile pattern and style seems to be the predominant favorite for everybody. And a pocket door. So you actually save space in your room when the door doesn't flow in and out. However, you can't nail anything really into the wall here, because if you have a nail or a screw going into where that pocket door slides, that gets in that pocket and it'd scratch your door. Now, they do have those Velcro stickums. That's what I would use anyway. But you couldn't hang a TV on this wall. Go across the hallway here. Here's bedroom number 3. This has got a really cool feature as well. Same type carpet, same window on the front. But we turn left here, and we're not actually going into a closet. You think you are. We go to the closet, which is this door right here. You know, wire around that, nice lighting. And then you access the bathroom. Same tile as the other room, same vanity color, same brushed nickel, same kind of quartz sandy countertop in the toilet. But then you have access back out to the hallway here. And that's important because I'll show you in a second. Good, same tub insert, shower insert as the other side. Because once you come out here, boom, bonus room. This thing's massive. So again, wired here for the TV on this wall. Let's check out where the windows. See, you look out here and it'd be kind of weird, like if there were windows right there. So they did a really good job of thinking ahead and not putting windows directly across from each other. And there's that window there we saw earlier that goes over the master bathroom, but that's the only window on this side, besides down below. And there's smaller windows too. But no windows for privacy, you're good to go, but I'd still put window treatments on. And then we come down here to this back area, this bonus room. And boom, we got another top closet over here. This is a massive one too. So, I mean, you could technically, since it has a closet, you could make this like a bedroom kind of area. You know, my kid would love it. He wouldn't care. He's like, no, I'm going to make my room in there. You wouldn't be able to use a bonus room anymore, but then it'd have this bathroom access over here. But, you know, something interesting to think about. All right, let's go downstairs. And finish our downstairs tour. So as we come down the foyer, now we're in this beautifully crafted kitchen. Really cool feature they included in this one, the under counter lighting. I love that. And it's on a switch, so it's not the motion sensor one. So it's actually hardwired in, which is great. Stainless steel vent hood, stainless steel range, gas powered, looks like 5-burner again. Undermount, single bowl sink. Again, the brushed nickel concept on the faucet as well as the pools. Stainless steel dishwasher. Here's your microwave from Frigidaire built in over here. Plenty of counter space. Bet these are quiet close. Boom, they are. Here's your refrigerator cabinet space right here. And then we'll go over to the fireplace in a minute, but I want to show you the back entrance. Walk down here, this hallway, kind of off the living area, and you've got your spacious 2-car garage right here. There's your tankless water heater and shut off, and then here's your breaker box. But 2-car garage, this is actually alley access that feeds the back of these homes. So you walk through, again, another 8-foot pocket door. Leads into the utility room. The utility room's got a cool feature too. It's got a soaking sink, which is pretty cool, plus the shelf that matches the color of the vanity, washer, dryer, and then access out here, back door. Gives you a little landing area right here, and this will be your alley access. Everybody's garage is in the back. Here's your 2-car garage. Now, this is the tank for your step system. If you don't know what a step system is, I've done a video on that. So check that out because it's different than actually having sewer, which they have a sewer line concept right there. But this looks like it's on a step system, which is why you got those tanks. It's not a sewer, but it's not septic, but not true sewer either. So as you walk back into the house, lock that up. Let's go into the living area, and boom. So this is what it looks like. Kitchen's got your island. It's like 4 stools go there. These drop lights over the island. Again, coffer type ceilings here in the living room. Really cool, really well done. A lot of effort and thought put into that. Gas fireplace mount over for this TV here. You got outlets over here. Sometimes they include the cable run on the side so you can put your components on the side. So there's the key for the gas. So I don't really see that here. But yeah, beautifully done, beautifully done. Let's take a look out here at this side yard. Lock it. There's like your own little patio area. This is kind of considered your grass area. I'll talk about that here in a second. Got a ceiling fan out here. Now this house has a $75 a month HOA. The middle houses in this subdivision, such as the one we're in, the grass mowing and the mulching is covered under that HOA. The only thing that you would be responsible for would be the watering. If you're one of the sort of exterior lots on the end, then you cut your own grass. But in these middle lots like this one is, they actually cut the grass. And I think the HOA also includes your trash service. So if you have any questions about what you've seen today, my phone number is right here. If you want to see any videos of something I haven't done, just like or subscribe or comment down below. But again, this house just had a pricing reduction. It's got a $15,000 pricing incentive on it. Call me, let's talk about it, and let's talk about the community at Fairview. I've done some other videos on that as well too. I look forward to speaking with you. Thank you.